Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Musings&Review channel, where today we are going to watch episode 3 of the best anime of all time, Steinsgate. At least, that's what it's been voted as, according to a poll on Reddit. So, well, I don't know, right? It seems incredibly, fitting that I'm watching this series for the first time right now, when there was a recent contest held for it. Although, I guess, in a lot of ways, people already consider this the best anime, and they don't really need Reddit to confirm that. But, in any case, well, 2 episodes in, I'm still not really sure what to make of it. I can definitely see how it's going to be bonkers with all the time travel stuff going back and forth. I have some few theories of my own as well, but as some of you have pointed out, it's way too early for that because we need a lot more, I guess, contextual clues from the different things that happens within the episode. I reckon we'll probably learn a little bit more about the redhead this episode as well, Kurisu, I believe, and more importantly, what the hell happened to that banana. So let's find out together. And begin in 3, 2, 1, play. No. Dude. Hey, name drop, title drop, whatever. Yeah, that's a big difference between the West and East. Here in Asian countries, when we enter a house, we take off our shoes and put on slippers. Same as in Japan. It actually blows my mind how people can wear shoes in their home. Yeah, what is with that green banana? Parallel world paranoia. Alright. Oh, we're skipping the opening this episode? Alright. Ooh. Pervert's banana. Can I slap this dude already? Oh my god. Hmm. At least some sense can be talked into him. Enter our lab. I bet he's gonna ask her to. Yep. Is she supposed to be? Oh, no, never mind. She's Japanese. So you do think it's sexual harassment? Then this means that he actually knows the consequences of his actions. Why are you being roped into this? And she's gonna be my. Well, there's only 4 people, you know. Okay. Oh? Yeah, you already checked this before. Alright, but don't you have to check the inside first? Josh. Oh, I thought he was gonna use this chance to give her to give her his phone number. No. What? What? Don't tell me they all traveled back in time or something? And if you want to check the time right now? Time travel? A time? But based on what? It's just a freaking microwave! Oh, that girl. I bet she's doing research on her own. Large Hadron Collider. Well, it is related with doing stuff on a quantum level. Can't you just Google it? The LHC. It's really an incredible work of engineering, the LHC. Let's think about it. Miles and miles, or kilometers and kilometers of tunnels, just to accelerate one single particle and smash them together. Ah. Creating? Hack into CERN? And now you're on a list of Interpol. And what is your job? Like, what is your role? What? Wait, what are you supposed to be doing, dude? You put it right there on the mailbox. CERN? Alright. Oh. Hmm. Is this girl? Is this girl from the future? She seems to know an awful lot. Right, the multiple worlds theory. Mm-hmm. Wait, really? Okay, so it isn't, like I said, it isn't quite the multiple worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics as I was thinking. It's not a concept where there's infinite universes. Seriously, you guys don't know what a dystopia means? Yeah, I probably need to rewatch that part. You really are hacking into CERN? What an angel. Where is your pocket money coming from? Yeah. $10, she's doing research on her own. What? Why are you blushing it? Okay, so he stole the credentials of someone that works at CERN. Excite is the Japanese translation site. And I absolutely do not believe that Excite can translate that well. Hmm. Ooh. Hmm? Ooh. Really? Hmm. Spooky. Alright, I think this is just the preview for the next episode. Yep. Alrighty, so as usual, there are some things that within this episode that I could understand, some things I don't quite understand yet in regards to the entire plot, but let's just start with what we know first, right? I like how they keep on mentioning CERN, so apparently this is the big bad organization of this anime, supposedly, or maybe it's just more of their imagination as well. But they do mention a lot of things that are consistent with real life, right? The references here. So first of all, CERN is basically what they explained within the anime, and also the Large Hadron Collider as well, the LHC. I find it funny that this, considering that the setting of this anime is in 2009 and the anime itself actually came out in 2011, that was about the time when the LHC was used as its first and most important used in its first and I guess not really first, but in its most important mission, right? And that is the detection of the Higgs boson. Now, that part is actually really important. I view it as one of the biggest scientific discoveries of this decade and potentially even this century. That was way too early to say that, since I'm not going to get into the specifics of it, but basically the Higgs boson confirms the standard model of particle physics, of physics as we know it. If you guys recall back to high school physics, you'll know that there's 4 fundamental forces in nature. You got the electromagnetic force, you got the strong force, the weak force, and then you have gravity, right? And the standard model, and hence in extension, the discovery of the Higgs boson can accurately explain the forces that we know in terms of the former 3: electromagnetic, magnetic, weak, and strong. So because of this discovery, we don't have to completely flip our understanding of current science on its head, right? Now, funnily enough, the other remaining force, gravity, that is described by general relativity, and that has also had a major discovery just within this year in April with the direct observation of a black hole. So I don't know if you guys are at all following the scientific community or whatnot, but it's nice that at the start of the decade and at the end of the decade we've had some big discoveries to cover this. But anyways, I just like to quickly give a little bit more supplementary information on that part. And like I said, the LHC, that is definitely a major feat of engineering. Like, think about it. It's basically like a long tunnel, a long loop. Think of it as a racetrack, if you will. A closed racetrack that uses electromagnetic forces to accelerate particles all the way up to nearly the speed of light, and then boom, smash them together. Like, the entire concept is, I don't know, it's just, there's something really enticing about this. I remember back in the day, I was hugely interested in this as well, and I also closely followed the the eventual results from the experiments done on the LHC. Nowadays, I believe the LHC is going on is upgrading or in a period of maintenance, something like that. So that's why we haven't really seen much else, any other reports or analysis coming out from them. But that is a cool reference, right? And also, I love how, in terms of staying true to scientific fact, the hacker in this case, if I get that context correctly, I believe he's trying to hack into a SQL database that stores the IDs and passwords of the CERN employees. So that is definitely possible, although, general security nowadays would dictate that you do not store your IDs and passwords in plain text. Don't do that, kids. But then again, since apparently Facebook, Google, and all the other tech companies are doing this, what do I know, right? So I like that part is kind of accurate as well. What else is there to talk about this episode? Okay, so we also hear John Titor explain a little bit more about this multiverse or timeline theory, right? So apparently there's this thing called the divergent number, and if the divergent number shifts, I guess in a way you can view it as a labeling or numbering of all the different timelines that are possible. So when you shift the number, you shift the timeline. But apparently the way that this anime works with its time travel theory is not quite as I explained in the past episodes of the infinite universe aspect of quantum mechanics. I feel like because as I mentioned last episode, in that term, you're supposed to have lots of different worlds, and then if you hypothetically can do time travel, you're actually just jumping to another universe. But your original universe stays the same. It just keeps on moving through time by itself. Here, however, it seems that what's being said is when you do time travel and the divergent number shifts, actually everybody shifts along with you, right? So it's just a potential timeline, but you can only move forward through one certain timeline, right? And once you move to another timeline, the original timeline stops. It doesn't carry on forward and all by itself. So I think this is, I guess this is a relatively new concept. I'm definitely thinking more Back to the Future in this case. Then again, I know that Back to the Future is not the perfect explanation of time travel theories, but it has more relation with that theory than it does with the multi-world interpretation, I believe. So, again, this is just speculation so far, but we can probably learn a little bit more later on down the road, right? And also, we can kind of confirm that for some reason, the microwave and whatnot, and the phone microwave is capable of doing time travel. So there's definitely some other force at hand there, although what exactly is it? It remains to be seen, right? It's still way too early to have any concrete theory or whatnot. So yeah, I think that about covers this episode. In terms of the character relations and whatnot, yeah, it's kind of funny, I guess. And I'm definitely thinking that the girl who lives downstairs, the one who's always fixing her bike, I believe she might be from another timeline and knows more than she lets on. But, we'll see, right? We will see. Now, I know that some of you guys have said, please watch these episodes as much as you can in one sitting, so I will probably try to do that, although right now I'm a little bit short on time, so I might have to delay episode 4. But anyways, if you guys see it, you guys see it. If not, well, be a little bit more patient, right? Don't worry. I will go back periodically to recheck what I have already saw. So I'm not going to be the kind of guy who just goes for it and like, oh, what was that happened a few episodes ago? At least I'll try, right? I'll try. Alright, and if I do miss anything, do let me know as well. So, I'll see you guys next time in episode 4. Until then, bye-bye.